good, everybody? It is the big homie, the Bully King, Grandpappy Play, aka Play All Consoles, back with another stream here on Twitch.tv. First of all, I want to thank all the folks coming to join me live here on Twitch. Second, I want to thank all the folks over on YouTube checking out the VODs. Much appreciated. As always, if you enjoy what you see, please like, comment, subscribe. Tonight, we're taking on a very hard boss here in Xenogears, originally for the PS1. However, before we do that, um, being someone that is part of the VTuber community, even if I don't have a full model, I'm just a little tiny PNG tuber. Um, I have some things I want to say. And being the small time PNG tuber that I am. Okay, first, last night I had a very long discussion with a few other um, chatters in various VTuber streams, let alone content creators, about the state of Hololive. Stuff that I would probably never let see the light of day. Not at least not under my current name. That being said, after that conversation ended was when the biggest VTuber in the world, English, Japanese, or whatever the language you want to put it, the biggest VTuber in the world, Gawr Gura, who had already announced her graduation slash retirement from VTubing with Hololive, released a song produced and lyrics written by Casey Edwards, who was known for doing the Devil May Cry DMC soundtrack, most popularly known for the Devil Trigger and what the hell is the name of the song? The song that goes, "I am the stone that is approaching." Um, One of Gura's favorite games, apparently. But that being aside, listening to the song and reading the lyrics and watching the reactions, I felt a similar way that I did to the Hololive stuff, again, which I did not release, but I don't have anyone to talk to right now about this. And I'm a small streamer, so more than likely no one's gonna hear this, but I need to get it out. Um, for those that do know, Gura is graduating, citing uh, disagreements with management of Hololive and difference in direction of the company. And again, I discussed this at length with some folks last night, 4.5 hours minimum, before she released this video. And when I listened to the video, or when I saw the video and I listened to the lyrics, it sparked something in me because, how do I put this gently? Before she was Gura, she was a smart ass shit poster. Nothing wrong with that. But I learned later, and when I say later, I'm talking like maybe a few days ago, because of her content she made before she was Gura. She was possibly a heavy drinker, which to me strikes very, very close to home because I have some friends. One of my best friends, I have two best friends. One of my best friends is a recovering alcoholic. And some of the stuff that my friend went through was mirrored in the song and music video, the MV, that Gura released last night. So I want to talk on it. Again, I don't if I didn't think if I thought that people would actually see this, I wouldn't say shit. Honestly, I wouldn't say shit. However, different from the whole Hololive stuff, this one strikes very close to home. So before I start gaming and doing my gaming thing, what I want to do is get my thoughts out there. So what I am gonna do, I'm gonna do a react to the video. I'm not gonna play the video. I'm not gonna have it put on screen. I am not gonna have the sound go on. I'm just gonna give my thoughts as I watch it for the millionth time of what I saw and heard. And I could be complete. I might. I could 99% be totally wrong. But this is something that hits so close to home with seeing what my friend went through that I want to say something. And at this point in time, I can't talk to anybody. Nobody I know is around at the moment. And I want to get these thoughts out while they're fresh in my head. So, anyone that is watching on YouTube, feel free to skip this video. Feel free to not watch me ever again. Whatever. I just, if this young lady, the person that is behind Gawr Gura, is going through any of the stuff that I am mentioning, I can only say I wish her the best. I wish her the best. I hope she gets better. I hope she gets whatever she needs, whether it be help, support, validation, any of that. So again, before I start gaming, I'm going to give my comments on this. So before that, let me do this. We're gonna turn all of this off. Okay. So again, I am going to react to the song. I'm not gonna play it on stream. I'm not gonna show the video. I'm just gonna talk about what I saw, what I heard, with my most honest reaction. So last night, Gawr Gura released what she said was her final project, Ashes Again. This is her final project before her graduation, which is in about 9 to 10 days, I think. In the middle of a whole bunch of graduations from Hololive. Um, and again, that is a whole different, separate story. However, when she talked about her graduation from Hololive, from VTubing, or at least from VTubing with Hololive, she said that this has been a while in the making. And she did say last night, before this song was dropped, that this song had been at least a year, maybe a year and a half in the making. Meaning she's thought about this heavily, heavily. Um, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play the song muted for y'all. Y'all can't see it, but I will. I'll put a link in the description on YouTube. I'll, you know what? Let me pin this in Twitch. Hold on. Excuse me. I'm doing this live because again, this is it's been something that has been eating at me since all the graduation started coming. Let me all right. I got it pinned on my Twitch chat. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna listen to it without you guys hearing it, and I'm gonna comment on it because again, from all the commenters I've seen, all the reaction folks I've seen, there is a very missed part of this that may not be true. I could be totally wrong. But again, from what I have heard and researched and listened to, could very well be relevant. So I'm gonna play this. The song is called Ash Again. Gawr Gura, uh, produced and lyrics written by Casey Edwards, who did the Devil May Cry series, Devil May Cry 5 uh, OST, original soundtrack. Video made by Mazu, who did the what's it called again? Oh geez, why am I brain farting? He did a very cool looking Hololive animation. Jeez, why am I fart? Brain fart. I got Google here. Google, don't do this to me. Mazu, who did the animation for the video Myth's Bad Ending. Very awesome animation. Please go check them out. I'm gonna try to leave that link in the description as well, if I remember. If I don't, my apologies, Mazu. So this was Gura's dream team for her last music video before she left Hololive. Now again, Gawr Gura, the most subscribed VTuber in the world on YouTube. Arguably the most popular VTuber in the world on YouTube. Not just within her company Hololive, but overall. 4.55 million subscribers last I checked. When she switched from her past life account to join Hollow, she was just under a million subscribers. I believe within a week of her being Gawr Gura, her Gawr Gura account got a million subscribers. 3 days later, her past life account also went over a million. And like I said, at this current point in time, 4.55 million. Lots of pressure. Now, as her past life account, apparently, whenever she would go back to her Discord, she was not the happiest. This is just from my research. I could be totally wrong. Again, I could be totally wrong. But she was not the happiest. She was known to be a drinker. I don't know if it's a serious drinker, a heavy drinker. But for a young lady, young content creator, struggling, And I don't know. I know a million subscribers is not struggling, but brainworms are brainworms. And so she takes this role of Gawr Gura. And those that are in the VTuber world all know the infamous ah. Within a month, within a month, went from 0 to 1 million subscribers. And within 4.5+ years, like I said, sits now at 4.55 million subscribers. Excuse me, I'm looking at it now. 4.65 million subscribers as of what I am speaking right now, as I'm about to play this video. For someone who has said herself, going from a person afraid to sing alone in her shower to singing in front of hundreds and thousands of fans, wishing her all the best. Being so nervous that she could not keep down food or even eat at times. Has had numerous health problems that she has alluded to. She has spoken about, never given definition, a definite what the health problem is. Releases this song. And again, I researched and looked into it because I am an overthinker. That's me. But the song is called Ash Again. And it is basically an outro song to her career at Hololive. I don't know if she's going to come back. I hope she does. Whether it's with her past life account or if she makes a new account, whether she comes back to VTubing or content creation. I hope she does. She is very creative, very talented, very captivating, very charismatic. But she has said it publicly on her streams. This is not what she expected, and possibly not what she wanted. Um, before we start this, let me run to the little streamers room. I'm gonna grab another beverage because this is gonna take a little bit. It's gonna take a little bit. So folks over on YouTube, I hope you stick around or just skip ahead until I come back. Let me go do my thing, and I'll be back, and I'm gonna react to this silently. So hold on, be right back. All right, folks, we back. About to react to this Gawr Gura song. Again, I'm not putting it on stream. I'm not playing the audio. Not trying to get copy struck. I'm not trying to draw too much attention. I just want to get my thoughts on it out of my head. So before we start, just a little extra info. Gawr Gura main color scheme is blue. However, she has had an alternate red tinged color, which was supposed to symbolize an alternate identity or alternate personality. If you go and watch the video, red is a very, it's a black and white video, but red is very dominant throughout the whole video, with the color blue only appearing 2 times. 2 times. I don't know if this is a symbolism, but it's something I noticed. That being said, I'm gonna start it. I'm gonna pause many times so anyone that's trying to timestamp and keep it going, it's gonna not work. So, um, we start the video off with a. What we start with is a Gura dressed in her Atlantean gear. That is part of her lore. She's from Atlantis, but it's against a red backdrop. Again, the color red, and it seems she is stabbing the Gura that is known in Hololive in her hoodie, the blue hoodie, although the color blue isn't prevalent, stabbing her. The red Gura, or the stabbing Gura, has very emotionless eyes, while the Gura that is known in the world has a very surprised look. Again, all against a red backdrop. And they're showing their shadows. Again, black against the red backdrop. And then they flash to the main part of the song, which shows a silhouette of a Gura-like figure in a padded room. Let me crack this beverage open here. And this is kind of weird that I'm doing this while talking about it, because again, the take that no one, I have not seen anyone take. Gura had a drinking issue. I don't know if it was a problem, but she was known to be a drinker. My friend, one of my best friends, I've known for over 15 years, recovering alcoholic. She had her younger sister be diagnosed with breast cancer and pass away. And shortly after that, had to be um, uh, how do I say this? She was put in an institution for at least 48 hours for her own safety because she did some self harm. So seeing Gura in this padded room, and the first lyrics is face to face with time again. Couple of double entendres. Uh, some of the lyrics will allude to her gen mates, which we will get into later, but time would represent Ame, who, for those that know about Gura, the Ame Same combo, um, very popular. But face to face with time again, meaning this is not the first time that she has faced an issue like this. My friend has been uh, put in this situation more than once. Anyone that knows someone that is recovering from alcoholism or any kind of substance abuse, it's almost never one and done. It happens multiple times. Again, this is part of the reason why this hits hard for me. So, you got this young lady in a padded room, face to face with time again. Okay, let me go. Let me unpause. We walk once more to the end, because anyone that goes through a recovery is trying to get to the end of that recovery. And if you don't and you relapse, you start over. Um, anyone that knows that, anyone that knows someone that's gone through like Alcoholics Anonymous here in the States knows that for every so often, you're for the time that you are sober, you get like a chip celebrating your sobriety. And you get a different chip for the length of time you're sober. But when you relapse, you got to start over again. I don't know if Gura is going through this or has gone through this, but again, as someone who has a best friend who has gone through this is hit very hard and makes me think of that. So let us continue. We walk once more to the end, which also could symbolize one of her gen mates, Ina, who is supposed to be an eldritch being. I'm not sure about that one though. That's something I read somewhere. I'm not sure that was it, but let's continue. She says, "Burn it down," and this is where the whole scene turns to red and fire. Again, red was her alternate personality color scheme, and you only see the blue, which is her main color scheme, twice in this video. The red, which is supposed to, I guess, symbolize anger and whatever, shows up a lot in this video. A lot. And I can only imagine that her situation didn't bring her much joy in her eyes. At least majority. She was very happy with her fans, majority wise. We're gonna get into that in a bit. So we're gonna continue. Burn it down, burn it down. Next verse says, "Waves can't put out my flame." Double entendres there. Waves would symbolize water, which was Gura's theme. She was a shark character. So waves would symbolize the ocean. The ocean would also symbolize anyone that's been through alcoholism or knows someone that's been through alcoholism knows that the sea, the ocean, the water being at the bottom of the bottle. This this can come up many times in this video. Waves can't put out my flame. Flame would be an obvious reference to her genmate Takanashi Kiara, who's supposed to be a phoenix. So flames would be the theme there. But also, waves can't put out my flame, no matter how much she has been through, no matter how many haters she has had. Still the most subscribed, most popular VTuber in the world. VTubing didn't start in any English country. VTubing started in Japan. But the most popular VTuber, by far, is this little English speaking girl that plays a cute shark. And even with all of her absences and hiatuses and lack of streams, her fans still show up. Her chum buds, as she calls them. They still show up. No matter how many chum buds complain about her lack of streams or why they're paying for memberships, they are still there. So no matter how many waves anyone causes for her, no one could extinguish the fact that she was, is, and probably will ever be number one. That's the way I interpret that line. So next line. Next line. Waves can't put out my flame. Death will never write my name. Another double entendre. Um, the first one, the easy one. Death, uh, one of her gen mates, when she started Hololive English, Mori Calliope, is the Grim Reaper. Death's apprentice. We used to talk all the time about collecting souls, this and that. If you think about like a death note from the anime, Death can't write her name because her legend as Gawr Gura will never die. Her friend, Mori Calliope, who has gone on record saying that her and Gura are close friends, will always have her back. So, you put two and two together. Death will never write her name. She will never fade away. Her friend will never take her away. Nobody will ever take her away. Ever. Everyone will remember Gawr Gura. Everyone will. There is no way to remember a young lady who impacted the VTubing scene, not just in English, but around the world. Nobody impacted the VTubing scene as much as Gawr Gura. Fight me if you think I'm wrong. Sorry, I gotta have a smoke during this. So, death will never write my name. Again, double entendre. Casey Edwards, I give you much props for writing these lyrics. Apparently, Gura had said in the stream right before the song released that she basically trauma dumped to this producer and writer all of her problems that she's had the past 4.5+ years, and this is what they came up with, and I think it's genius. So next line. Again, she's still in the padded room. Now, the next scene turns the whole room from black and white to a tinted red with black shadows, and she's screaming, "Burn it down, burn it down." This is that alternate personality. Some may say it's the anger part. Some may say it's the frustration part. But she's beating on the walls like she wants to be let out. And she has said in her streams, she did not expect to be the number one VTuber in the world. She did not expect her rise to the top as fast as it was. She just wanted to entertain. So this could be her being trapped in this persona that she was just doing to have fun. My take, I could be wrong. But she's talking about burn it down, burn it down. Beating on the walls. The next scene. They say the memory of me is fading, and she's putting down dominoes in beat with the song. Props out to Mazu for the animation. The memory of her is fading. They say the memory. I've seen some of the tweets, some of the conversations. Some of her quote unquote fans have gotten angry in the past about the lack of her streaming. And she has said that she reads her chat. I saw a clip from Tokino Sora, Japanese member of the same company, who said in the very beginning she would read her chat and see hateful comments and it would change her mood, but she would still try to push on. No doubt, Gura was the same way. Even if she wasn't live, she saw Twitter comments. She saw posts in her stream comments on YouTube. People talking about I'm gonna cancel memberships or blah blah blah. And I'm sure for someone who was not ready for this level of fame, that shit hurts. That shit hits. So again, they say the memory of me is fading. Like people are gonna forget about her. As impactful as she is, some people still had the gall to say that people would forget about her. No lie, this is what some people said. As she puts the dominoes down and then flicks them to fall over, possibly symbolizing that all of this has been adding up over the years. She said herself her graduation has been a long time coming, and step by step has been adding up. The symbolization of the dominoes being placed until she finally knocks him over. She's heard it all. She said, I've heard it all before. She's been hearing this for years. She's been hearing people tell her that she should quit. We'll get into that in a moment. She's hearing people hate on her, say all kinds of mean things about her for years. She's been in Hololive 4.5+ years. She's been content creating for longer than that. She's had her fair share of haters. And if I look at this correctly, she's heard them. She's seen them. She may not have acknowledged them, but she's seen them. And then you got a quick flash to red, smacking the dominoes away until they go back to the black and white room where she's playing a guitar. Now, as far as I know, she plays a ukulele sometimes during her karaoke streams. But still, her playing an instrument, and it says, "Don't tell me everyone around is waiting." Again, she has taken many frequent breaks, and she has explained it every time she's come back as health issues. Again, possibly alluding to drinking, but I'm not sure. But I know from my point of view, seeing my friend who suffered through alcoholism has gone through some health issues, has been hospitalized or institutionalized. And again, this is all still within the padded room background. Don't tell me everyone around is waiting. She knows. She has known. Every time she comes back, she apologizes. She tries to explain why she was gone. She tries to tell him vaguely, she had a health issue. She doesn't explain what that is, but a health issue. She explains why she was gone. Nobody deserves an answer from her. Most popular VTuber in the world. She doesn't need to explain herself. Because every time she comes back, she is the tactical shark. Tactical shark, if you want to use proper English. When she comes back, people show up. Alright? Flashes back to the red tinted room with the same lyrics as she swings the guitar against the wall, seemingly in frustration, which would again be she's explained herself, and some people still don't accept the explanation. Like, what more can she do? Without violating her contract, without exposing her privacy, what more can she do? And it flashes back and forth between the red tinted and the black and white tinted, where the red tinted, she's beaten on the walls. Excuse me again. The black and white, she's sitting on the floor, head in her hands. seemingly very sad that she can't properly explain, maybe. And again, it flashes back and forth between the black and white where she's sitting on the floor in contemplation, looks like, and the red and black where she's beating on the walls. She's hands up against the screen, looking at the viewer, seeming like, don't you understand? Again, my interpretation. And then they have a blend between the red and black and the black and white where she swings her arm and starts to fall backwards. And the next scene is going to be her falling into water. And this one really hit me because if anyone out there has known someone who has suffered from alcoholism, falling into the drink is a common term. There are many other terms. And again, I found this out recently. Had she was a drinker. I don't know if it was a problem, an issue. I don't know how deep it was. But they show her falling into this water. It's still black and white. And they all say, tear it down, burn it down. Now for me, again, I've been in the VTuber sauce for a bit. Every time Gura disappears, takes a hiatus, whatever, you get some of her quote unquote fans talking about she should quit, she shouldn't be milking people's money, she should just go ahead and retire. Which, as the number one VTuber, someone who is influential in the VTuber English, the English side of VTuber history, her leaving, which is now proven, will cause a fire. It will cause some drama. It will cause a lot of conversation. And they're all saying, tear it down, burn it down. They're like, girl, if you're not going to do this, just don't do it. Which, the next line, hold on, the next line. And they'll all pay when she tears it down, burns it down. The second part of the line. The so-called fans who are like, if you ain't gonna do this, give me back my money. I'm not watching you over, blah 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 blah, and they still come back. But when she does leave, which she is now leaving, they're all gonna pay because now all of the chumbuds and a majority of the VTuber scene is sad that she is leaving. So, as she says, they'll all pay when she turns it down, burns it down. Now everyone's probably regretting her leaving. My interpretation, I could be wrong. And they'll all pay when I tear it down, burn it down. Now the next part, and part of this breakdown is because the video as well. She said she trauma dumped to the producer and writer of the song. I think she also trauma dumped to the um, music video animator, Mazu. Did a great job, by the way. Mazu, thank you. Chef's kiss. Casey Edwards, chef's kiss. But the next part shows her foot and shows a water droplet. And later they showed that she just soaked in water because she's a water creature. But this could also show her dripping a tear. Because she has said she has struggled with this for years. Hell, this video has been a year to a year and a half in the making by her own words. Meaning she's been planning this for a while. Let us continue. Still, black and white world. When the world falls through, again, the word the word world is in red. There are no blue letters in this whole song. The color blue is only used twice, and I will highlight that when it comes up. But the red, again, her alternate persona is tinted red. Her alternate persona replaces her blue highlights, her blue outfit, with red, symbolizing supposedly anger. So when the world falls through, and it shows her looking around, dripping water, and the next line, and all is ash again. The word ash is in red. Burn it down till it's ash, meaning basically erase everything. Erase everything. Her leaving Hololive, her 4.56 million viewers, 4.565 million viewers, leaving it all behind, leaving the corporal life behind, leaving all the support that she did have there. And I ain't saying she had a 100% support. She's had issues. We can get into that later. She's had issues, but she, again, number one VTuber in the world. Part of that is because of Hololive. We ain't gonna argue that. But again, she says, when all is ash again, clear the slate, clean slate, as clear as that she can get it. And she's also looking into the distance and seeing sail ships go in the distance. I am of many mixed minds about what these ships entail, but they are integral to this video, as you will see. I'm not going to comment too much on them because I am still unsure about that part. So, all is ash again. While you all, and at this point, she's looking at the ships and a shadow walks by her. While you all pretend, and she turns to look at the shadow, and it is a very stoic version of herself, a very mission, a very Terminator version of herself. No emotion, no feeling, just focused on what's ahead. While the version of her that just saw her pass is very wide-eyed and very confused looking. And the next line, if this is the end. Gur's graduation, her announcement of her graduation, while it made many, many waves, I didn't mean to make that pun, but it made many waves in the VTuber scene. A lot of people were not surprised. They just were not surprised. From her frequent absences to her health issues that she told us about, to just her general feeling about streaming. Not so much the company, but about streaming. Her announcement was not a surprise. So they show her shaking the water off and then chasing after it, and she says, I'll do it again. This could be alluding to the fact that she does acknowledge her impact in VTubing. As she should. Again, most subscribed VTuber in the world across all regions. Started off with just a simple being cutesy. She may not have expected it. She may not have wanted it. But she acknowledges that's what she did. And if she had a choice, would she do it again? In her graduation notice stream, she did say she enjoyed performing for people, singing, dancing, being on the stage. She basically said she's glad that she did what she did. I'm gonna have to look up that stream. I'll put it in the YouTube description if I remember. But basically, even if she did not enjoy it as much as anyone would think she would, she acknowledges and respects her own accomplishments, as everyone else should. Everyone should respect her accomplishments. And if she says she would do it again, that's proof enough. Let's continue. The next part, they show the stoic. Now we have two Guras now in the video. We have the very stoic, some would say fake Gura, maybe the corporate Gura, and then you have the genuine Gura. The stoic Gura is probably the expectations not only from the company and management, but from the fan base, whether they're genuine or not, versus the Gura that just wants to be a streamer. And they show the stoic Gura in the mythological Atlantean gear, that's the lore, being chased by the Gura in the hoodie, which is the Gura that everyone saw. The stoic Gura steps on a flower while walking forward, doesn't bat an eye. The Gura in the hoodie, although you only see her feet, you see her step right before the flower that's been crushed by the other Gura and skip over it, stumble a little, and keep walking, but does not step on the already stepped on flower. Meaning that shows that she cares while the other Gura does not. The Gura that's in everyone's mind, that everyone says shouldn't care and should just keep going forward, while the true Gura, we'll say true Gura for now, has feelings and has maybe doubts about the path that they are both walking at this point. Because they are both walking the same path. One is walking forward, that's the stoic Gura. The other one is following behind, that is the true Gura, so to speak. They show her skip over. Voices rise in my head is the next lyric. Again, 4.65 million viewers or million subscribers. This video in 22 hours is 1.3 million. She has a lot of people watching her. A lot of people commenting. I mean, this video by itself, almost 20,000 comments just on this one video. And she's had hundreds of videos, thousands of comments. She's had a lot of people speaking at her, if not to her. Outside of her company, her co-workers, her gym mates, her friends, she has all of these people who are technically strangers talking to her. And she, like I said, she has admitted, she looks at her chat. For good or bad. Just like Tokinosaurus said, she looks at her chat and she has seen bad comments. A lot of these VTubers, a lot of these popular streamers, not just VTuber streamers, have seen bad comments. And it has affected them in ways they were not expecting. So when this young lady, who was not expecting to rise to the stardom she is at, sees these, this is her acknowledging she has seen them. Voices rise in my head. Next part of the verse. The hands that pull at my thread. So not only are these people talking to her, at her, whatever, in some way they're manipulating her. Like I said, every time she came back from a break, she was apologizing. She's not a Japanese person. She's an American. In Japanese culture, apologizing is very, very common. No knock on the JP bros. Much love to y'all. But as an American, she still feels the barbs being thrown at her from all the comments for all the years. The hands that pull at my thread. Now, this could also be a shot at management for, controlling content. This is a whole different subject. 4.5 hours I had a VC with some people yesterday. That's a whole different thing. But this definitely is addressing not not the real fans. I want to say Gura's real fans are very, very, very dedicated. I I'm not a chum bud. I don't Oshi anybody. I don't fanboy over anybody. But I have seen her fan base. And for the most part, they are very, very, very loyal. She should be very proud of that loyal part of the fan base. However, with all fan bases, you have the extremists. You have the people that are on the far edge. The people who think they're entitled. And they are a very loud minority. As with all fan bases, or any kind of subject that's up for discussion, there is a very loud minority in every discussion that's on the internet who seem much bigger than they are and get attention. Whether they are sincere in their criticism or just doing it for clout chasing and views, they are rewarded with views and clout. And folks see this. Gura saw this. Again, like I said, most of the time when she came back from a long break, she started off apologizing. And anyone that wants to correct me, please drop a clip link, drop a VOD link. Prove me wrong. She goes on a break, a hiatus. She comes back. She apologizes. Her real fans accept it. Her the people that complain. I ain't gonna say they're fans. They say they're fans. I'm not gonna say they're fans. But the people that complain are the ones that are loud, and basically that's who she's apologizing to. And after a while, unless you're like super stonewalled, mentally tough, that will eat on you. 4.5+ years she's been dealing with this. The hands that pull at my thread. Okay, next line. And it shows the stoic girl still walking, eyes straight forward, no emotion. Let them drown. Now this next line, this next set of lines. Hold on. I'm running to a little streamer's room, and I hate to say this, I'm gonna get a drink, another drink. This next line is one of those that hit me because again, I have a best friend, recovering alcoholic. Those that know alcoholics, recovering or otherwise, drowning in the bottle is a saying. Think on that while I head to the little streamer's room. I'll be back. All right, back. I actually didn't need to get another drink. I've been talking so much, I haven't been drinking as much, which is probably a good thing. Because the next set of scenes and lyrics really hit hard for me. She talking about let them drown. Again, like I said, anyone that has known someone that has suffered from alcoholism, drowning in the bottle, drowning in the drink, the visual is all the hands holding her back, which could symbolize the so-called fans, not the real fans, could symbolize management, could symbolize the pressures that she's feeling, could symbolize the people telling her, hey, you need to calm down. Because the next image, she says, let it drown, let them drown, burn it down, and then it shows her ducking out of all the hands that are seemingly holding her back. She just ducks down, escapes their grasp. To anyone who has tried to help someone suffering from alcoholism that didn't want help, this is very, very, very familiar. You try to point it out to them, try to help them, try to say something, and they duck you at every turn. Could also resort to fame. Hey, 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 come back. You know, this ain't as bad as you think. No, get out of my way. I feel what I feel, and I'm not going to let you tell me how I feel. Let them drown, burn it down. To hell with what they say, burn all of them to the ground anyway. My interpretation, again, I could be wrong. So it shows the stoic Gura, the one with no emotion, ducking and dodging all of this. The other Gura is not being held back by any of this, just the stoic one. Also plays a point. Wait for wash in the tide. This one confused me a little bit. I don't know if this is a drinking reference. I wasn't sure, so I'm not going to comment on that. But it shows a singular door sitting out at sea. Remember, we saw all the ships, or Gura was seeing all the ships sailing in the direction that she was walking along her path. So at that point, they're going parallel. But now you got this door that's sitting in the middle of the water. And in the next scene, it's going to show the ships that were going parallel now going perpendicular and blocking her way. Whether or not it's to stop her from leaving, stop her from progressing forward, I don't know. In the abyss is where I will hide. Oh, God, dude, this hit me hard. Now, earlier we had references to time, flames, death. Those are would be her gym mates. Time is Ame, Amelia Watson. Death, Mori Calliope, the Grim Reaper. Flames, Takanashi Kiara, the Phoenix. The Abyss, Nina Mai Inanis, also the Eldritch being of her gen. So that could be the Abyss, reference to her gen mates. But also, the Abyss is where I will hide. Again, an alcoholic reference. Hiding in the bottle, hiding in the drink, hiding from reality by drinking yourself away. All of this, by the way, this is all on an oceanic backdrop. The door that they're heading, the path they're heading on, is going down a beach. It starts on dry land and it goes into the water. The door is in the middle of the water, the middle of the drink, so to speak. The middle of the water. Let's go on, because the abyss is where I will hide, getting away from all the pressure, drinking away all your problems. Let's continue. Let them drown, burn it down. Drown your problems, burn it down. Screw it all. Anyone that knows some recovering alcoholics, let me know. Let them drown. Again, we got more of the red motif as the stoic Gura is now walking on the water with flames under her feet. If you know alcoholics, first thing they'll say is they don't have a problem. Symbolism, I'm walking on top of the water. I'm walking on top of the drink. It's not going to drag me down. I got control of this. Again, I could be reading far too much into it, but I have a friend. I have several friends, but one of my best friends, recovering alcoholic, swore she never had a problem until she had a problem. Until she had to have an ambulance come get her. And they treated her for her injuries. And immediately after they treated her, she had to be in a mental institution for 48 hours, mandatory, because alcohol was involved. When she swore before she did not have a problem. Walking on top of the liquid like it isn't affecting them. Let's continue. Again, they repeat, they say the memory of me is fading. Again, listening to the naysayers talking about if she ain't around, they're going to forget her. Nobody's forgetting this girl. And now you have all these ships floating across this water and going in front of this door. Symbolism there. The door that she is trying to find the exit to. Whether it's from fame, whether it's from alcoholism, whether it's from anything. There are now obstacles in that way. And she's heard it all before. Again, anyone that knows someone that has suffered from alcoholism, how many times do people have to tell them before they realize that they are alcoholics? They've all heard it all before. And it doesn't even have to be alcohol. You suffering from imposter syndrome and your friends tell you, hey, no, you're actually this good. No, 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 no. No, you're actually this. How many times you got to tell them? Anyone that doubts themselves or doubts their situation has to be told many, many times before they even consider it to be truth. Don't tell me everyone around is waiting. And at this point, you see more of the red highlights as the stoic Gura stretches out her hand and summons her trident. Again, the red highlights symbolizing the anger and conflict part of her persona, at least has been depicted in her lore. And then they show her looking at all these obstacles between her and this door, and you get this very cinematic destruction of the boats. Whether these boats are friendly, helpful, enemies, whatever, it is a very cinematic destruction. One swipe, backhand swing, destruction. And they all say, burn it down, tear it down. That's the lyrics that's playing as these boats are being destroyed. Is this her fan base? Is this her critics? Is this her issues or problems? Is this her alcohol issue? Could it be any of those? Could it be all of those? Could it be none of those? And they all say, burn it down, or tear it down, burn it down. And they'll all pay when she tears it down, burns it down. Again, that I personally think is a reference to all the folks that said you need to quit. The folks that swore they were her fans. I ain't talking about the naysayers. Screw the naysayers. There were people, quote unquote, chum buds, her fan base, people within her fan base that were like, hey, if you ain't gonna stream, you should hang it up. Every single one of them sad right now. Every single one of them. If they wasn't a fake fan, they sad right now. And they'll all pay when I tear it down, burn it down. That's the lyrics. And they show the stoic Gura after the destruction of the ships, unsummoning her trident. Still walking forward. Like anyone remember the first Terminator movie? Must be terminated. I'll be back. Doesn't budge when shot at, doesn't show any emotion shooting anybody, just keeps moving forward towards the target. That's what this reminds me of. She got to mow through anybody to get to her target. No emotion shown. Ain't no human like that. Those are the expectations placed upon her by either management, fans, aunties, whatever. Vlad, hey, welcome on in. I'm sorry. I'm doing a video breakdown. Let me give you a shout out real quick. Sorry I didn't see you earlier. Oh, it was a couple minutes ago. Vlad, I know you're not a big VTuber person. But I'm doing a naked, small, unseen reaction video. If you want to see what I'm talking about, at least take a look at it. Very powerful video by, again, the biggest VTuber in YouTube. Released last night. No. I'm not putting the video on. I'm not trying to get copyright struck. I got a pinned link, but you know what? Hold on. I will post it again in chat. Hold on. Okay, this is not working here. Give me a second. Oh, you found it? Yeah, it in less than 12 hours hit over 1 million views. So I'm going over it because I was not a fan of hers per se, but I respect what she did. And learning more about her made me respect what she did even more. So I'm going over that video before I start gaming because I wanted to express myself in some way as a show of, I don't know, appreciation, frustration, I'm not sure. So, Ash again, Gawr Gura, written and produced by Casey Edwards of DMC fame, Devil May Cry. Music video by Mazu, who did Myth's Bad End. Where I am at the 2-minute and 28 minute mark on the video, while I'm at an hour and a half into my stream. Good Lord. So, again, when I tear it down, burn it down, again, red highlights symbolizing her angry part of her persona. Still no blue, which is her actual color scheme. Let's continue. She done destroyed everything. She's unsummoning her lance. She's still walking forward towards this door. Puts her hand on it. When the world falls through. Now this is where the for lack of a better term, true Gura, real Gura, runs to go and stop her. It looks like running toward it. You got the seas on fire, still a lot of red tint, running towards this Gura that is in Atlantean gear. And then that Gura turns around, pulls out the trident, and tries to stab her in the gut. Reminiscent of what happened at the very beginning of the video where she was stabbed. This time, if you watch the video, she blocks it kind of, but gets sent flying. And you see the blank look as the Atlantean Gura, the corporal Gura, the fake Gura, whatever you want to call her. You don't see the face, you just see a blank eye. Swings and tries to stab Gura and sends her flying as the true Gura, we'll say, blocks it, but still gets sent flying. While you all pretend, and that word pretend is in the background, as one Gura is sending the other Gura flying. And while she's in the air, you still see red highlights on her black and white outfit. It's a black and white scene, but you still see red highlights. And it says, if they pretend if this is the end. Again, many people have been predicting that Gura would graduate from Hololive. For years now. For years. And it shows her looking up, red tints in her eyes even. She sees an attack coming. And gets slammed into the water. Again, if there is an alcohol issue, this is very, very deep. Again, I have a friend, recovering alcoholic. When you think you're fighting back and recovering, and you relapse and you fall back into the drink, anyone that knows someone that was an alcoholic will understand that once you think you recovered and you fall back even deeper, which will be the next part of this video. She says that she'll do it again. We swim against the current's aim. Meaning whatever life is throwing at us to get to where we're going to go against any negative stuff that's coming at us. Also, for any alcoholics who know they're alcoholics, they want to recover. They're stuck in the drink, but they're trying their best to get out of it, swimming against the current's aim. Just saying. And it shows Gura sinking in. In dark we change. Anyone that has watched any kind of Gura, has followed any, they know that she has had many, many lengthy hiatuses. Many. Where she has isolated herself, which is a throwback again to the padded room that was shown in the beginning of the video. I don't know if she's been hospitalized. She's talked about health issues, but nothing more than that. Or if she's mentally just sequestered herself away from everything, trying to get away from what she sees on Twitter, what she sees on social media, what she sees on her YouTube comments. She has been in the dark many times. And who knows what has changed about her, except that we now know, as much as she loves Hololive, she is leaving. So something has changed during all this time. Let's continue. As smoke returns to rain, I'm not sure how to interpret that, but the actual MV is showing her still sinking deeper and deeper into the water, into the drink, into whatever. They're showing silhouettes. One of them is a skeleton of a whale. I'm not sure what the other silhouettes are. I will have to look that up. This song came out just last night. This is all stuff I just thought about in the past day. It's been up 23 hours. Excuse me. Navigating sunken depths and all its debris. This could refer to all of her. Now that I think about it, because they're showing the whale skeleton, all the skeletons in the closet. Every demon that she has never talked about, keeping up her persona, keeping up her happy-go-lucky figure, everything she's never talked about in public has added up. My guess. And they show her still sinking. And no more hands upon my words. Now this one, Gura is part of the first generation of Hololive English. When all these girls signed up, they were basically told, here's a role we want you to play. They weren't given a script, but they wanted you to play this role. Again, before Gura became Gura, she was a shit poster. She said some very out of pocket stuff at times. She drank. Now she has to be this somewhat squeaky clean, ready for all audiences young girl. Something that's probably not a role she could play for long. And because she played that role, went from someone who was mildly popular, again, to being the most popular and inspirational VTuber in the world. The company, the fans, the critics, everybody that looked at VTubers looked at her. And I want to make this clear. It's not just the company. This is all outside influences have a hand in her behavior when she's streaming. She has to look at everybody and what they're saying when she acts. For someone who just wanted to entertain, was not aiming for number one, within a month of her debut, hit 1 million subscribers as Gawr Gura. 3 days after that, her past life account, which she wasn't using anymore, hit 1 million viewers on YouTube as well. 4.65 million 4.5 years later. She hit 4 million like 2 years ago. If she had kept streaming consistently, she'd probably be much higher than that. Some people aren't built for that pressure. And if you listen to her the past few streams, she has admitted that. This was not what she wanted. I'm going to have to dig these streams. I'm going to put them all in the description on the YouTube VOD. But yeah, the line says, and no more hands. Hold on. Let me. No more hands upon my words. Meaning, with her graduating, she doesn't have to stick to the company. She doesn't have to worry about embarrassing the company. Excuse me. I'm lighting up as I'm getting worked up. Again, it wasn't the company alone that held her back, but with critics, fans, aunties, that all redirects back to the company she works for. The company that provided her this role to get to 4.65 million subscribers, to being the number one VTuber in the world. Reflecting on not just the company, but all those that work at the company, especially her gym mates that came out with her at the same time. And they all got each other's back. Anyone that's watched any of their streams, they are all very different not like the personalities that are being debuted nowadays. The personalities being debuted nowadays have a lot more in common. These 5 girls, when they debuted, were very different backgrounds and very different personalities. Had no clue about each other, still bonded. And now the actions of one reflect on the many. And for this young lady, that was some pressure that was building. And no more hands upon my words, they speak only for me. So now, once she leaves Hollow, once she leaves, she doesn't have to worry. I mean, technically her words are still going to reflect on the company. That's why there's an NDA. But she will be more free to do what she wants without worrying about investors, without worrying about fans so much. Yeah, some fans are going to be upset, they're going to be angry, whatever. She doesn't have to care because she is disconnected from the company where she got this fame. No more hands upon my words, they only speak for me. Still, the video shows her sinking. For all the ones who try to silence thunder, ain't no doubt. If you hit 1 million subscribers within a month on YouTube, you are the thunder. Okay? Throwback to the fact that she has the producer, Casey Edwards. For anyone that doesn't know him, doesn't know Devil May Cry, you might know the meme. I am the storm that is approaching. Gura was the storm for English VTubers. 1 million subscribers in less than a month. I mean, come on. Try to silence this thunder, the storm that is approaching. Just saying. Still shows her sinking. I am the wave. Reference to her being a water type VTuber. But also, the wave that pulls you down and under. Alcoholic reference. Once you get swallowed by alcoholism, you get pulled under. And it's very hard to get out of it by yourself, which will be shown in the next few frames. It shows the hands grabbing her and pulling her down, but then it shows her gen mates. Amelia Watson, Ame, who has graduated, coming back for a stream, actually should be on right now. I'll be checking that VOD out later. Every day I'll stand with me. She got to stand on her own, but her friends are with her. It shows all of her friends down in the depths, pulling her back up. First you get Ame, you got Mori, and it says, I'll fight the drought. Spelled, if I'm not incorrect, like a beer drought, an alcoholic beverage. I'll fight the drought. Next one, showing Kiara, another of her gen mates. It says, of shallow sea. Not sure what that means. Not sure if it's a drinking reference or not. Then the next shot, showing her other gen mate, Nina My Ina. All of them showing support for her and trying to bring her out of the depths. And the lyric is, as ships sail winds of jealousy. You at the top of the pile, you're gonna have a lot of jealous folks. A lot of people have taken shots at her. Hell, when she announced her graduation a few days ago, people took shots at her. Not everyone's strong enough to handle that. For some people, it actually affects them a lot. And through all of her problems, and I've seen a few of her streams where she swears she loves her girls, and they all love each other. They have been through a lot of shit. And this is all public. This is all public clips and streams and VODs. They've been through a lot of shit and they've been there for each other. Some handle it better than others, but showing vulnerability is what Gura is doing right now. I'll listen carefully. The last scene is her being rescued by herself, with her trident being close at hand. Like, girl, you should know who you are. Do not deny who you are. Stand up for yourself. My interpretation. I could be wrong. And then they flash to her in a black and white. Again, now wait. That last scene where girl was comforting herself is the first time the color blue is shown in this video. Blue is Gura's color. Why is this the first time it's shown? When her alternate color red has been shown numerous times already, and it is damn near 4 minutes into the video the first time her color comes up. This stood out to me. But then they have her having that look of realization of someone realizing that they're drowning and need to scramble up to the surface. She grabs her trident and bursts out and screams, "Burn it down." Big explosion in the water. And it shows her still with the red tent attacking the other Gura. As they all say, there is a dip in the water. They're standing on the water. Again, maybe an alcohol reference. But the dip in the water is tinted red as well. As they're fighting, you still see red in the lyrics. Tear it down, burn it down. And you see the stoic Gura, fake Gura, whatever you want to call it, repel the real Gura. What's coming up next is the only other time you see blue in this video. As Gura is being flung back, she summons a blue water shark fin to send at the red Gura. The only other time you see the color blue. Is this significant? I don't know, but it stands out. And this attack diverts her red Gura's defenses. Diverts her defenses, which allows the real Gura to counterattack. And it's still red lyrics when I tear it down, burn it down. Still red lyrics in there. And it shows her disarm the red Gura. And as the trident goes up in the air, shows the real Gura break the red Gura's trident. At this point, you don't see red in the video anymore. At this point, you don't see red in the video anymore. You saw blue twice. You saw red through the whole video, but at this point, there is no more red. You see the real Gura holding the other Gura at trident point. Like, this is it. This is like fatality. Finish her. When the world falls through, the words are all in black. There is no red words anymore. There is no red tent. And all is ash again. Ash every time in this song until now has been in red. This time in black. No red tint. No red coloring. None of Gura's alternate personality. and they show the sunshine on the regular Gura while you all pretend, and they show the other Gura having some kind of realization. If this is the end, again, people have been predicting for years now that Gura would retire from Hololive, graduate from Hololive. And the only time the red Gura, the fake Gura, the stoic Gura shows a smile is in this next scene where she goes and hugs the real Gura. And she goes to hug her, shows emotion, and in a split second, the Gura that was standing there, the real Gura, is revealed to be dressed in the same garb as the fake Gura, the red Gura, the stoic Gura, whatever, standing before the door. Meaning, all this time you thought that the real Gura was trying to stop the fake Gura from leaving. It was an internal fight against herself. And she is still after she solves this conflict, is still faced with this decision. We're at 4:33 in the video. And she's standing there looking at it, at the door. And then we go back, black and white, not a red tint this time. The first time they showed this hand reaching to open the door, it was red tinted, meaning it was the fake Gura, stoic Gura, whatever. Now it's all black and white, still no blue. But this is the combined Gura, the Gura that has had a realization, still opening the door. Meaning she has still decided to leave what she has become. However, she opens the door, you see a flash of light, and it immediately goes back to the padded room. So is she going back? Is she acknowledging that she is going back to what trapped her in the first place? What drove her insane in the first place? Is she acknowledging that she will never escape? Even if she leaves Hollow, if she comes back, everyone's going to know who she is. Everyone's going to have expectations of her. Everyone's going to, assume things about her. So is she back within the padded cell, but with more realization? And this is where they give the credits. Vocals, Gawr Gura. Very good vocals, by the way. Music and lyrics written and produced by Casey Edwards. Again, Devil May Cry fame. I Am the Stone That Is Approaching. Devil Trigger. All that stuff. Parodied by Koseki Biju even. Also a big fan of the Devil May Cry series. Directed by Mazu. Again, of the Myth Bad End animation that is on YouTube. Very great animation. You should go check that out. Key animations, Mazu, Arator, Colors and In Between, Kuro Lee. I'm not sure about those folks. But Mazu and Casey Edwards, big names. Big names. Ash again. No red tint, no blue tint, just black and white, divided padded room. All right. That has been my breakdown of Ashkin. Gawr Gura, Casey Edwards, Mazu, on the MV. I am an hour and 45 minutes into my stream. I don't expect anyone to see this. I just needed to get it off my chest. I thank y'all who have been here listening to me ramble about this. And I do see my lurkers. I appreciate y'all being here. Let me go ahead and restore my overlay, and we're going to get into actual gaming. Where is it at? This one? There it is. Um, throw my music back on. And we're going to swap over to gameplay. We're going back into Xenogears. Again, I had to speak on it because there's been a lot of stuff that I've been thinking about. I'm an overthinker. I work a brain dead 9 to 5 blue collar corpo job. So I have a lot of time to think about things. Yes, that is my fault. That is my issue. But I wanted to speak. Like I said, yesterday I had a 4.5+ hour conversation about the issues I've seen with Hololive. Stuff I didn't want to put out there because it would get me canceled. It would get me canceled. Hell, if this got out, if I was popular enough for people to see this and it got out, I'd probably still get canceled or have people flame me. That being said, we're going to get back into our regularly scheduled gaming. Xenogears. I've gotten out one frustration. I'm about to go and suffer another frustration. Let me just say, Whiplash, switching gears. We came upon a boss yesterday, last stream, that whooped my ass. I ain't gonna even say whooped my ass. It just was a wall that I could not penetrate. So I need to figure out how to beat this boss. It has like an infinite heal glitch that I could not get past. So what I need to do is figure out how to get past it. So we are saved at a point right before the boss. We're going to go back to town. I need to check the gear of my other peoples. All right. We had to go to town. I need to check in with my other peoples. I need to see if someone has okay. If we look at the equipment. Gear equipment. Seal barrier. I need seal damage down 100%. I got 2 of those. But my other person only has seal damage down 50%. So I need a 3rd seal barrier. I need to hope that someone has it. Okay, no, this isn't one by one. I don't want to go through one by one. I need a shop where I can see all their gear without switching characters. Mm-mm. This ain't it either. There's a shop. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Okay, gear parts. This lets me look at everyone's gear stuff. Oh no, you know what? No, it doesn't let me look at their gear parts. I gotta look at them individually. Okay. Wait. Let me see if I can. I don't think I can buy what I'm looking for. Okay, we've got the veil stuff. I bought water veils. Veil doubler. Power magic. I might want some of those. Magic guard protects ether machine. No, there's nothing here. The weapons, there's. Okay, we can give her a chrono rod. I think I already have one for her, so. That gives her plus 10. It has an added effect of slow. Okay, so Bart is the one that's least protected at the moment. I got to see if someone else has a veiled 100%. Forget the name of it, but screw it. All right, we're gonna go through each of the characters. Unfortunately, we're gonna start with Billy here. Yeah, we'll take you. Fine. Let's see what Billy has equipped. He does not have what I want. So Billy, we will get rid of. We unfortunately we have to have Bart with us. Satan, I'm thinking of actually taking you because you are a speed motherfucking king. So we'll swap you out. Let's see what Satan has for his gear equipment. There's what I wanted. I did have a third one. Let's I'm gonna give you seal armor. Doubles elemental defense. Ooh. How many of these do I have? I do have a few of them, so I don't need to take his. All right, so there's okay, Satan. I might dump you. Okay, Margie. Ellie is who we had originally. But let's check out what Rico here is. Okay, let's see what you got, Rico. He didn't have nothing too special. And he is also slow. So I probably won't be taking him. Choo Choo doesn't have a gear. So if we look at you can't do anything about there's no gear for. And then we have Maria. Okay. Maria's strong. But that's not who I want. I mean, she is damn strong. Has a bunch of fuel, damn strong. What's her abilities? She doesn't have abilities. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna pull Ellie back. We got Ellie. Equip our gears. Seal armor. I should have, wait a second. Wait a second. Why do I only have one seal barrier? Hold on. I should have another seal barrier. That was the reason I came back here. Hold on, hold on. Did I screw something up? Hold on. I guess I gotta check. Wait, who doesn't have it? Alright, Bart. I gotta swap you around a little bit here. Oh no, I can't swap Bart. Billy, what's on your gear? Okay, no, it's not Billy's. Satan, what's on your gear? And it's not on your gear. It's not on Ellie's. Hold on. I think something just screwed up. Something screwed up. I should have had two already. Okay, hold on, hold on. Let me reset the game. Something ain't making sense to me here. Because last time I played, I had two already. I had two seal barriers. All right. Let me double check this. Excuse me. I guess I should unpin this message here. Okay, so if I look at what I currently got. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I didn't want to save. I want to look at my gears. We got a seal barrier. We got, okay, I do have 2 seal barriers. So what we're going to do is we're going to take hers off. And we're going to put it on him. Boom. Okay, so Faye and Bart both have seal barriers. So now, if I go back and I go, I believe it was, I think it was Satan. Satan should have the 3rd seal barrier. Okay, so if we look now, seal barrier, seal barrier. No, he does not. Okay, shook Billy. He does not have a seal barrier. Ellie doesn't have it. What do you have, Rico? He also does not have a seal barrier. I thought nope. I only have 2 seal barriers, so I am kind of screwed. Okay, so I want to bring Ellie because she does have the air odds. Okay, damage down 100%. Defense versus fire. Doubles defense against fire down 100%. I think I'm going to throw another seal armor on her. So now that's 100%. It takes up 2 slots, which sucks. We'll throw her the Chrono Rod. Alright. This is the best I can do at the moment. I will probably change this if I get my ass handed to me again. That's the problem with this boss. I can do damage. The healing is what screws me up. It heals too goddamn much. Okay, we got fights. Shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, get out of here. No experience, no gold. Or barely any experience, no gold. Let's do a save. So right now, Ellie is the one least protected. We're all in our gears. We've already fought the little boss. Nothing we can do there. There's nobody to fight until we go through this door. Okay. Before I go and do this fight and get my butt handed to me, I'm gonna run to Little Streamer's room, grab another beverage, and I'll be right back. All right, we back. Fully refreshed. New can of refreshment, can crack for all my people, my lurkers I see out there. I appreciate y'all being here. Through all of the BS I was going through earlier, you're still here. Appreciate y'all. Kanpai, thank you for being here. All right, let's see how I fare against this. Like I said, I didn't get my ass whooped, but I had much problemos. Excuse me. I can't skip this. I wish I could. Excuse me again. Let me adjust my headphones. You're gonna hear some noise here. Sorry about that. All right, jack on in. This part of it fucking sucks. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're gonna power up from it, and power gets stopped, and then someone says, "Do you want the power?" Yeah. And then, yeah, please, I would prefer you take me on by yourself, but then this dude shows up. Oh, I hear motorcycles. This dude. This dude screws everything up for me. Graph. Standing it off. Smug and everything. I am Graph, the seeker of power. Doth thou desire the power? I hate you for doing this to this dude. He didn't even ask for it. He was... As long as I get this machine to move. Mm-hmm. He didn't ask for your power, dude, and you gave it to him anyway. Now, do you think you can win? Superficial. Yeah. See, don't give him the power. The true and only power. I shall endow you with my true power. No, he didn't ask for it. Don't give it to. I'm so pissed about this. My fist is the divine breath. Blossom, O fallen seed, and draw upon thy hidden powers. No, he didn't ask for this. You shouldn't have given. All right. He's gonna jack in. We are going to break out the air rods. $7.94. Can't move. That's fine. We're gonna power up. None of these work. See if this works. Does nothing to him. Well, that sucks. And he just heals all his damage back. Air rods. Actually, I should probably be charging her. I should be charging her. I need to start that over. I can only do it to him. I can only do the yin power to him. $87 is better than 14. Attack with him as well. He does 125, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start this over. And he has two in a row, 2 commands in a row. Can't do nothing. He's about to detach. $866. And this is the shit. This is one of the ones that really does damage. All right. Air rods. Good. Can't do nothing. And okay, now he's coming off. Seal punch. No damage. Dude, you do no damage. Hit the air rods. He can't heal. He's not healing. He's not jacked in, so he can't heal. I mean, I might need to switch hers. No, you missed. Good, good. Okay. That hurts. That does no damage. No damage. Good, 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 good. No, don't miss! 300 keys. I think what I need to do is when he's still jacked up and healing, I need to do all my buffs. 0 damage, that's good. Seal punch, 0 damage. Good. $63 for real? Yeah. Now this is the part that hurts. Because now he's going to start like, oh, jeez. It's only going to be 700. Yes, less than 800. And he's going to... Okay, no, he's not going to heal. But he's going to heal again. All right, 2,000. Excuse me. And he's going to heal 1,000 of that. I got one more air rods and then I got to start charging her. $700. Okay, 2,500. Good, good, good. He gets 1,000 of that back. And he's going to do... Okay, so I only did like 500 damage total. And then I get... 174. But he gets it all back now. This is the part that hurt me. See if we can hit him with something. 305. And he gets it all back. And he gets it all back. And now he hits me with an attack. No, I need to... I do 800, but he gets it all back. Okay, he's coming off. He's not... Okay, Seal Punch does nothing. Okay. 07. $42? What kind of BS is that? Charge. Seal Punch, no damage. Charge her some more. Seal Punch, no damage. $65? Ooh, 900, that hurts. $312. And now he's gonna absorb. He's gonna get all his shit back. Charge. And he absorbs again. Good lord. $1,600, okay. He gets, so it's like 600 damage basically. No. No. It's going to be a regular attack. 176. And he, all of it back. This is the part that pissed me off. Air rods. And I don't think there's no item that gives me all my fuel back. Mm-hmm. Negated all the damage I just did. And again, he's back to full, basically. No, there's nothing else. Yeah, I get most 300 something damage, and then if he does it, yeah. And he gets it all back. Yep. And then here he comes. Ellie, we charge you. I can't win with this dude. I can't win with this dude. All right, he's popping off, so we can stop. Okay, no damage there. $167. You're gonna do regular damage to me. That sucks. Seal punch, 0 damage. Oh, don't tell me 0 damage. Okay, 2200. That's good. Miss, good. That's good. Seal punch, 0 damage. $2,000. Okay. 314. What do you mean no damage? 300. Now he's gonna start absorbing. He's gonna start healing again. This is what sucks. $167. I cannot beat the 1,000. Heal 1,000. I do 200. He gets 1,000 back. And now it's 2,000. He's at full health basically. And back to it. And here he comes. Holy shit. Yeah, this is not good. Okay, 2,700, but he's gonna get 1,000 of that back. Okay, 1,000 of that back, and he does it again. Oh no, no, he's coming off. Okay, seal punch 0. She's at 260. I need 400 to do her thing. 65. Not good. 173. Seal punch 0. 0. 0. Damn. 900. Oh, Jesus Christ. Miss. Good, 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 good. He jacked him back in. God damn it. Getting all that back. Okay. He's getting half of that back. Okay, he's gonna get half of that back. And he gets it all back. And he gets it all back. He's like back at full health at this point. Yeah. I do 200, he gets 1,000 back. How the negates all the damage I just did. All of it, and gets 300 back. And then he does this. Ellie's going to be in the red. Faye is going to be in the yellow, if not red. Yeah, he's in the yellow. Negates it all. I did 800. I did less than 1,000. He did 1,000. So 1,300. So I did like 300 damage total. And now he's coming off. Seal punch 0. I'm gonna have to redo this. I already know I do. Charge. Seal punch does nothing. Missed. That sucks. Charge. No, don't do 0. 940. Oh, Jesus Christ. Seal punch 0 damage. We're good with that. Charge. 84, 926, almost 1,000. Barks my tank at the moment. Oh no, not this again. And almost, I did 200 damage total after that. And then it's all gone. I am, wait. Oh no, we're still charging her. 174. Doesn't matter. He gets it all back. Yeah. No. No. And I'm about to reset this fucking whole fight. I barely get over 1,000. He gets it all back. Okay, we got 1,900. Two of these and he's got it all back. And, okay, no, he's doing the attack. And, I'm sorry, Ellie, goodbye. Faye's probably gone too. Yeah, no, they're both, yeah. No, Faye's still around. And he heals it. And now he's gonna come kill us. Okay, Seal Punch doesn't do shit. No oh jeez. And goodbye, Faye. That does nothing to me. Seal Punch does nothing. $1,300 damage. And he's jacking back in. God damn it! No, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. At this point, it's a wrap. I'm basically at 500. No, and all of it negated. All of it negated just right there. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, no, we're going to start over. We're going to try again. We're going to try a different setup. We're going to put the seal barrier on Ellie and then free up a slot for her. That's what we're going to try to do. To make her ether attack stronger. Because I can't use her that often until she's back in charge mode. That's like I have to use her. She's a glass cannon, and then I just got to go in. Or I could put in Satan. Satan's a speed demon, so he gets a lot of attacks. So we might swap out Ellie for Satan. Yeah, she has those two. So if we take this off of Bart, we'll give him an extra armor 5. Seal armor, seal armor, seal barrier. So here, E-circuit sounds good. The Ether Mac strength doubles elemental defense. Armor ether. Ooh. We'll throw that on her. Oh. That does give me more. We'll go with that. Alright, now we'll see. Well, we're going to see what's going on here in a moment. But we're going to run to the little streamer's room. We're going to grab another beverage. And I'll be right back. All right, we back. New can of refreshment. Still trying to figure out this damn boss. This is one of those puzzles I like about JRPGs or just RPGs in general. Figuring out how you can beat someone you should be able to beat. I should be able to beat this dude. I would think at this point I have leveled up. I have grinded. I should be able to beat this dude. However, he is giving me fits. So we gotta go through all this drama text again. You're just hearing me pound on the button. I'm trying to get through all this. There is no skip. At least I don't think so. No, there's no skip. Yo! Yo, what's good, homie? Hold on, let me give you a shout out. How you doing? How you feeling? How's it going? Godfather. No. Not Godfather. Grandfather. Not Godfather. I am not Mafia. Let me give you a shout out. Hold on real quick. I am not a Godfather. I ain't trying to have no Mafia people come after me for pretending to be something I'm not. I am the grandfather, not the Godfather. It's similar though. I will make you an offer you cannot refuse. I am not a Godfather. Hopefully you've had a good weekend, or at least a decent weekend. A lot of stuff has happened in the VTuber world, so I am a little mixed. But I'm chilling here Sunday night, relaxing before going to bed and getting ready for work. I hope you have had a good weekend. Thank you so much for coming on through, hanging on out. I am currently trying to figure out how to beat this boss. And I'm not being too successful. I ain't gonna lie. He whooped my ass last night. He's beating my ass tonight. Okay, I shouldn't say beating my ass. He's outlasting me. War of attrition, he is winning. And I got to go through all of this long fucking text. Yeah, he's gonna jack in. Dude. I might have to take Ellie out. I might have to take Ellie out. He starts off hooked up. That means I can do stuff to him, but he's gonna heal. This is a puzzle I need to figure out. Yeah. Blah blah blah. Dude's gonna offer you the power. Blah 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 blah. You can just hear me hitting the buttons trying to skip all this. This dude. Do you want the power? I doth have the power. I speak archaic and say power. I want to skip this. Smug looking ass mofo. Do you know the way? I know that meme. No, this dude. Oh my god. Neil, you have no idea. Well, maybe you have an idea. I don't know if you played this game before, but this dude here. Unfortunately, I've not found a way yet. I'm trying to figure out the way. This is the puzzle part for me. Okay, here goes the battle. He's jacked in. When he's jacked in, he heals. There he goes. Okay. This is you got your, yeah, no. I am honestly speaking, I would think I'm close to getting to this too. Let's charge her. We're not gonna attack him while he's jacked in. We're not gonna attack him. Um, we're gonna add wind mode. I'm gonna try to get set up here. We're gonna go with the yin power. Can't put it on anyone else but him. Okay, you absorb. You're healing, but you're already full power, so we're good. Charge her again. We're gonna add enemy accuracy down. We'll put that on him. Okay, accuracy and evasion down. Can't do nothing to me. We're gonna yin power again. Hopefully this stacks. Because unfortunately, phase damage is very small. We're gonna throw wind mode again on her. We're gonna charge. Okay, he's gonna come with this. He's about to unjack. 1,500 damage. Okay, okay. Now we're gonna we're gonna break out her air rods because he should be unjacking now. $764, not good. Doesn't attack. And he's unjacking. Okay. Seal Punch does 0 damage. We will attack. 132 does nothing. 305. $171. Okay. He did. Okay, miss. Good, good, good. Air rods again. $789. I need to do more than 1,000 damage. Seal Punch does 0. 1500. Missed. Good. No. Air rods. I need to stack as much damage as possible before he hooks back up to the machine. He's gonna do no damage. Good. That's good. $165. It's not much damage. 305. Seal punch 0. Air rods again. I'm trying to stack as much because he's about to jack back up. If he jacks back into the machine, I'm screwed. Miss. Good. Miss is good. Now this is where I'm screwed. $257. He gets a oh no, okay, no, he's not at that point. $2,100. He didn't heal. Good. Air rods. Okay, we're gonna try to pile the damage up as fast as we can, because soon he's gonna be doing every heal. Every heal 1,000. 760. Okay, he didn't attack. Now, okay, he's got 1,000 back, so that just negated her attack. $264. Okay, he didn't attack, or he didn't heal. $165. Not attacking. Now he's absorbing. Just negated all the damage I did. I should have probably gone with boosters. $700. Doesn't attack. We're gonna go with boosters. Wait, no. Okay, he's doing this. He's about to unjack. He's about to unjack. He didn't heal too much. All right. Booster. Air rods. I cannot attack the plug. I thought about that. I wanted to attack the tank behind him. I can't. I was trying to fight him last night. Okay. When he does that, I get a free turn. Let's booster Faye. So now we're going faster. So 2,500. He's still not healing. That's good. Now he's unjacked, so he can't heal. Seal punch, 0 damage. I'm protecting against the seal. What? Okay, 100. Damn, 900. Jesus Christ. Air rods again. She's going to be at 300, so I'm going to have to start charging her. $700. So now 900 again. Bart 263. She gonna take some damage. 600. Jesus Christ. $2,000. That's 2 heals. 600. Jesus Christ. Seal punch, 0 damage. 62? What the really? Okay, we have to charge her. No damage. That sucks. That sucks. 900. Jesus Christ. Seal punch, 0 damage. Another 2,000 damage. Good, good, good. He ain't jacked back in. As long as he doesn't jack back in, I have a chance. That's about 900, almost 1,000 damage. We gotta charge her some more. $200. Damn. Okay, only 160. That's good. Now this is the part that sucks. Because if he gets double attack,
Bruh.
no, dude, Neo, you have no idea how much this hurts. Because if I stop and heal, he's gonna heal all that damage back. In fact, he's probably gonna get it back anyway. 352, okay. Absorbing, he gets 1,000. So that just negated 3 times the damage I just did. She's 360. We're gonna charge her. $502, okay. He gets half of it back. And then he gets it all back. Actually, no. He got double it back, and then he's oh, Jesus Christ. $950. He gets it all back. Plus 50. $2,000, okay. He gets a half of that back. Right there, 1,000. I do 87. He gets the other 1,000 back. We're gonna charge again, and then he's now gaining all the any damage I did now. He's gaining back. $247 gets 1,000 back, so he's 800 over what I just put on him. I did about almost 1,000. He gets it all back right there. We broke even, basically. $1,500. He gets 1,000 back. So I did 500, basically. We do 300. He gets 700 additional over that. Okay, now he's coming. He's about to unjack. He's about to unjack. It is broken, but there has to be a way. Okay, she's got this available again. He's about to unjack, so he's gonna stop healing for a bit. But you see how this is going. Once he unjacks, he's not healing, but he's gonna do damage. Okay, but we did almost 800. No, he's supposed to unjack. He just undid all of her attack. All right, we're 250. No, he's still jacked in. He was supposed to unjack. Dude, he's getting all his shit back. $970, almost 1,000. He gets it all back, and then some. Now he's unjacking. Seal punch, I'm protected against. No, you ain't wrong, dude. This is very frustrating. But now he's not healing. He's not jacked in, so he's not healing. 1,500. And these attacks, I can't do nothing about. $43 damage. His defense is so damn high. And he does 600, I do 40. We gotta charge her. She's only at 20 fuel. Zero damn, don't miss! Stop missing! Okay, he missed. Seal punch, he's 0 damage. $87. 1,200. Okay, so we got 1,200. That negates 1 heal. If you think about it. And he's 900 damage on me. Oh, Jesus Christ. We're going to start using her. We're not going to even go with charging her. We're just going to do attacks. We're going to use her EP. $300. That's the most we could do with her. Holy shit. $1,200. He attacks again. 600. Jesus Christ. And don't miss! Stop missing! He did another 600. Dude, she's getting close. Seal punch is 0. I'm protected against the seal punch. That's good. Do Aqua Lord. See how that works. Big old ice cube. That's fine. 321. Missed. Good. $260. Missed. Good. We are on booster, so I'm using up a lot of fuel. $1,300. If he doesn't jack in, I'm okay. Once he jack, no! I just said this. We did 1,500. Oh! We did it! We did it! We did it! We did it! We outlasted him. 72. We're going up levels. Thank you, Neil. You were here. Thank you for the applause. Thank you. Yeah. Faye went up a level. Bart went up a level. Ellie went up a level. So everyone went up a level. Ether armor, fine. 30,000 gold coin. Ooh, we made it up. Yes. Holy shit. I didn't think I was... Okay. This can't be Dude, there better not be a boss after this. I'll be so pissed. We gotta get out of here. This is some Metroid, you got 2 minutes to get out of the level kind of shit. Hydrate, I'm hydrating right now. Cold, refreshing adult beverages. Dude, why are you lecturing? He's about to explode. Why are you lecturing him? You throne-born brat. You can have it. king's got to carry the heaviest responsibility of all. It's a tough racket. Something you never understand. Punk. A youngin called an older dude a punk. I don't know how I feel about, if some younger dude called me a punk, and I have some age on me, some younger dude called me a punk, he better have some good goddamn reason to do so. Granted, Bart does, but as someone who is older, I'd be like, hold on, let's address this. Anyway, he's exploding. Get the fuck out of there. Everything's exploding. Get the fuck out of there. The gate's on fire. Yeah, someone noticed finally. Faye, yeah. Voice of reason. It's falling apart. We need to get out. Yes. Oh shit, they're gonna actually make me try to get out of here? Okay. We're about to get out of here. But first, I'm gonna run to the little streamer's room, grab another can of hydration, and then we're gonna see the next part of the story. So, y'all that are hanging out here with me, please hold tight, and your boy will be right back. All right, we back. Woo, boy, I beat that boss. I honestly, I did not think I was gonna beat him tonight. this is part of the whole puzzle solving brain mentality I have with RPGs. Figuring out how you should beat someone you shouldn't be able to beat. Granted, a lot of times I do grind and over level, but then you run into that, you go steamrolling through stuff until you get to that part where you can't steamroll and then you get steamrolled. I was getting steamrolled last night or last stream. For those on YouTube just checking out the VODs, I got steamrolled last stream. I didn't think I was gonna beat this dude, and it happened. Woo! Let's go ahead and crack open a celebratory can of adult refreshment. Con pie for all my peeps hanging with me. Woo! As soon as I get out, as soon as I can, I'm saving. I'm saving. All right, let's do this. I'm probably gonna get a cutscene. Yep, cutscene. Uh-oh. Something from the water. I thought we was underneath the little... Okay, never mind. Boom! Okay. Oh, we got a crowd. Oh, hey, Bart! Sig! What's up, homies? Got the butler over there. We got Satan. If anything, I'm your friend. Dude, don't start this shit off like that. Don't start your sentence off like that. That sounds bad. Don't announce yourself as dictator, dude. Dude, I will do bad things to you. Don't announce yourself as dictator. What is the matter, young master? Oh, boy. I have to do what I was asked. Oh, boy. He's King Bart now? My good people of Ava. Bartholomew Fatima, the 19th king. He did say king. Son of Ed Bart. Bart! Oh! Fatima the 4th, the 18th king. First, one must apologize for the trouble caused by one's avoidable lengthy absence from the palace. Okay. One especially wants... Oh, he's using formal language. Wants to give one's condolences to those who lost family in the war with Kislev. One will immediately call a truce with Kislev and begin reparations to victims of both countries. Okay, he's accepting responsibility. He's using that king formal language. He is no longer me, he is one, such as I. All citizens drafted as soldiers will also be allowed to return home. That's a little soon okay. We're gonna see where this goes. Let us work together towards the rebuilding of Ava. Okay, the crowd likes it. You appeal to the crowd. One also has another final but important message. A declaration from the will of Edbart the Fourth, who wished only for peace for his kingdom, Ava. I, Bartholomew Fatima, the 19th king of Ava, do hereby declare... Don't get interrupted. I'm gonna hit this button. Please don't get interrupted. From this day forward, I shall abandon the monarchy and create the Republic of it. Okay. He said, I ain't gonna be king no more, muff. Okay. So he's no longer royalty, huh? Young master. What in Ava are you doing? They need a king. That's what they're saying. This is my father's wish. I am sorry. You both have worked so hard for so many long years to restore me to the throne. Now I'm no longer in line to be king, nor anything else for that matter. The two of you are free to go. You have been dismissed from your duties, is what he says. You can shoo. What are you saying? Unbelievable, Master Sigurd. Can't you hear the crowd outside? I mean, they keep replaying the little MP4, I guess. They have chosen you as their king. You're going to be very busy. Like, dude, he just gave it up, and you're saying, no, you can't do that. Sig, won't you need some capable assistance? They said, we're not quitting, mofo. Well, here goes nothing. I still need to save. Okay, we're walking in the dark. This is all pre-programmed cutscene kind of stuff. There's Mason. Oh, young master, you still haven't rested yet? One thing I want to ask you. He's going to ask why. What is it? Where was Sigurd born? Oh, okay. He didn't ask why. Young master, that I'm not allowed to tell. If he says that, I swear to God. He has blue eyes. It's the Fatima Jasper. Well, it was long ago. His Majesty and I were still young, and His Majesty was playing around and sticking it in everything. Long before His Majesty knew my young master's mother. They're half brothers. His Majesty was in love with a certain girl from a small religious sect in East. Oh, yeah! Daddy was a player's ball, peoples. The sect was quite different from Nissan and the ethos, but she was very beautiful. Some of us guys can't resist that. As a guy myself, I can say that I have been blinded by the beauty. I have been blinded by the beauty. Then she just disappeared. Later, there were rumors of her having a child. This is what happens when you don't have protection. As far as I know, I don't have no kids, but there's a chance. There's a chance. Guys, be careful where you put it. Be careful where you stick it. Because no matter how much... Look, condoms are only 99% effective. In all regards. So there is a chance. That 1% chance. There's a little you running around somewhere. Just saying. Just saying. She disappeared. Did father abandon her? No. She ran away. As far as I know, it was the opposite. His Majesty was abandoned. Sigurd's from from Ava's eastern desert. Indeed, when he was 10, he was assigned to His Majesty King Edbart as a squire. Stepdaddy! Half-daddy! Daddy! I can't be acknowledged as your son, but I'ma still serve you. Flashback. Okay, no flashback. He's still walking in the dark. This is all automatic. I can't... Oh, whoa. Oh, those are windows. Okay. Sig. Half-brother. Young Master. No, no, call me brother. Brother. Like liquid and solid snake, brother. Yeah, I can't sleep. So much has happened at once. Hey, Sig. What was your mother like? Oh, damn. Excuse me. It's almost time for me to eat some food. She died when I was but a child. Why? Do you have any memories of her? What kind of person was she? I wanted to find out about my stepmama. She was very kind. Of course she was kind. That's always how the story goes. But when I was born, it seems the doctor told her she did not have long to live. Everyone get your tissues out. It's going to be a sob story. She lived in constant fear of that. As a result, even if she met someone she liked, her fear of death was her drawback. Okay. Excuse me, a little yawn there. She worried that she could not be with me to the very end. Okay. Now he's asking the important questions. What about your father? He isn't supposed to know that I was born. He knows who his daddy is. However, even for not knowing, he still treated me like a son. Yeah, you know who your daddy is. Why didn't you tell him you were his son? If my mother hid that fact, there had to be a reason. There is more to my father's will than what I declared today. I must share my inheritance with my brother. My brother. Liquid and solid. Brother. He also said, you must split you and your brother's share with the people. That had always bugged me until now. I didn't know what he meant. Oh, so he knew he had a brother. He didn't know who it was. Oh, okay. That's all I wanted to say. Good night. I done left him like that. Like, I ain't saying you're my brother, but I'm saying my dad has said I had a brother. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you, even though you didn't say you were my brother. Oh, everyone's at the table. Thanks to you, Ava has taken back. Ava has been taken back from Shakan and Gebler. Okay, we got everyone at the table. Thank you. Now, in order to free other lands from Gebler and Solaris, we must destroy the other two gates and bring down Solaris. We learn from Shakan's notes that the gates form the points of a triangle. One point is the Great Mausoleum. Two others remain, but we only know where one is. Under the Ethos headquarters, however, it wasn't there when we followed Stone under the Ethos headquarters. Okay. If it really is there, it must be buried deep beneath the earth. How are we going to destroy it then? Speak up, Rico. By combining everyone's gear. Hey, we're going to form Voltron. Oh, sorry. It's only 8, not 15. It's not the vehicle Voltron. Voltron, defender of leaders. What are we going to do with everyone's gear? Sorry, I had to do that voice. Dig a giant hole in the ground. What's wrong with that? That's going to take a while. It would take years. Exactly. It would take years. What if we use Shivan's cannon? If that worked, we would have tried it already. Okay. Oh. Someone else have an idea? So it must be something more powerful than Shivat's cannon. All right, Satan, what you trying to say? And we don't have a Gebler battleship. Someone come up with something. Is there any weapon that powerful on Earth? Gebler battleships and Shivat's cannon are the most powerful weapons. Nah, dog. Nah, dog. There's something more powerful. I swear. I know how the script goes. What you gonna say? Ever produced by man. So you need something not produced by man. But I seem to remember seeing something. What? A weapon with firepower like those two, except, yeah, I got it. Fort Jasper. Her gun can take out a mountain. What about that? What's Fort Jasper? Satan, what? However powerful the Jasper may be, how are we going to aim it at the Ethos HQ? To damage something that deep underground would have to attack it from. Dude, didn't we just find that Shivat is floating in the sky? But the Jasper gun is. Yes, of course. What are you saying? We should just move Fort Jasper on top of Babel? Oh, okay. Never mind. I was thinking Shivat, but Babel? Now that you mention it, Babel does overlook their headquarters. I was thinking Shivat, but they're going to say Babel. If we shoot it from there, it might just possibly be enough to reach that far underground. But how could we move Fort Jasper? It's impossible. Something that heavy? No, nothing's impossible. This is a JRPG. Nothing's impossible. Uh-oh. Didn't the control room in Babel control a cannon or something? Oh. I think it moved the giant mirror outside. Oh! Reflection! Maria, do you know anything like that? I've never heard anything about it, but it might be there. Let's go check. So we got to go to Mount Babel, or the Babel Tower. All right. Uh-oh. Wait a moment. The giant mirror and the giant cannon, both from the same ruins? There might just be something in this. Script writing in 1998. I'm just saying. Like what? I have solved the puzzle. Please explain for the rest of the class, Satan. Puzzle? What puzzle? The Babel and Jasper ruins are from the same civilization. Okay. One far more advanced than our own. Do not the two structures seem similar? Please explain for the idiots like me in class. Sentan Sensei. I believe they were both built with gears and a powerful foe in mind. Yeah, I noticed that. But what's it all mean? Again, explain. It means the people who built the giant mirror at the Babel Tower knew about the giant gun at Jasper. That makes no. Okay, it makes literary sense. It doesn't make actual sense, but okay, continue. And what are you getting at exactly? Please explain. The stupid of us here. I'm just saying. Please explain. We can probably assume the mirror was built to reflect something. Yes. That's something being a beam shot from the Jasper. Okay, yeah. Reflect, you mean the mirror can reflect a beam attack? Yes. Long ago, Babel and Jasper must have been at war. Not exactly. No, they were working in cahoots. Go ahead, explain it, Satan. Explain it. The Babel mirror and the Jasper gun were combined to make one weapon. What do you mean? But those things are so far apart. How could they be one weapon? Reflection works very well. Look, anyone that knows about mirrors, just saying. Well, the gates may be far apart, but aren't they still one device? And we ain't talking Hololive, not Hololive device. Yes, I see what you mean, but what did they use that weapon for? That I do not know. Liar! I'm playing Liar's Bar right now. I was banging my fist on the table and saying, liar. Whatever. The point is, how do we use the two weapons as one? Aim the Jasper gun at the mirror and fire. The mirror will reflect the beam on the gate. Do you think it will work? Theoretically, it will require a few minor adjustments. Minor? Really? You gonna say minor? We're gonna have to go somewhere. Probably the Babel Tower. We've been there before. I don't know about this Jasper gun, but excuse me. We've been to the Babel Tower. Just the mirror is going to be rather difficult and tedious. If the two weapons are one, then it should not be too easier said than done, Satan. Sensei, don't make it sound so goddamn simple. I hope. Yeah, exactly. You hope. It sounds dangerous. I think it was meant to reflect shots back at the enemy. Fair point. If you're wrong, it'll come back and hit you. That's why you adjust the mirror. Mirrors work on reflection. You adjust the angle, it aims somewhere else. Come on, please don't be stupid. Story writing in 1998. Excuse me for yawning. Story writing in 1998. Like, really? If you aim it right back at what fired at you, yeah, it's going to hit him. But if you turn, even a little bit, depending on the angle, it's going to go a long way from the point of firing. Come on now, dude. This is simple. Yes, that is why it is most difficult for the gun crew. The mirror must be hit precisely. We will need to divide into two teams. One will fire the gun, while the other will adjust the angle of the mirror to ensure the beam hits the Ethos headquarters. Since this was my idea, I will take the dangerous part of adjusting the mirror. Faye's probably going to go with him. Alright, Hugo, we'll let you take care of that part. So Hugo's Satan, I'm sure. Seems like your type of job. Excuse me. I'll go to... Okay, so that's two people decided in the party. Might be lonely with just Satan and Faye. So I better go... Okay, so they've already decided my party. Faye, Satan, and Ellie, they're all sitting on the same side of the table. Alright, you three take Babel. Now, what about the gun? I'll do it. Looks like my kind of... Well, Billy does use guns. That makes sense. Don't worry, I won't miss. I haven't been using a gun for nothing. He is a gun nut. Well, I probably better go to the Jasper. Michu. Choo-choo wants to go chew. You're going to have this... Okay. So, you still have Maria, Rico... Wait, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You still have Maria and Rico not doing anything. Then it's settled. You go with Satan to aim the mirror at the Ethos headquarters. We'll aim the Jasper gun at the mirror. Let's get back to Yggdrasil and get going. Uh-oh. Oh, we got these peoples. Allowing the contact with Shivat. Not only is Shivat, the Ignis defeat, the Thames retreat, and yes, even Elru. That's a new name, I think. Useless as always. Look, these are your minions. Promote employee morale. Don't call them useless. A failure to begin with. No, 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 no. This is not how you encourage your employees, people. I don't care what company you're running. Do not be like this. Dude, don't trash. What did you just say? Exactly, dude. I'd be like, look, you gonna call me trash? You, and I'm out. Here's my ID badge, my keys to my locker. I'm out. No 2 week notice. You. It's the truth. I don't give a damn what truth you. No, no, no. I'm not taking that shit. And just what is that attitude? You should show some loyalty. Nah, you. Companies ain't loyal to their employees. Employees don't need to be loyal to their companies. Hot take or not, I'm gonna say that. I worked enough blue collar. I worked damn near 40 years. Ain't nobody gonna tell me be loyal to a company and make me believe it. Anybody that want to disagree? Let me shield the YouTube. Anyone that want to disagree with with what I just said, hit me up in the comments. Show some loyalty. Shh. How dare you really ridicule me by calling me trash? Damn you! I quit. I ain't even gonna argue no more. I'm trash? Oh, is that what you think? You don't respect my skills and abilities and what I've done for your company? You then. I'm out. Peace. No 2 week, not even a 2 weeks notice. You. Oh, they got some kind of brain control over him. Calm down, Commander. It's not good for you. Dude, they got some kind of brain control in his head. He been chipped. He's been chipped. He's got a chip in his head. You still haven't recovered from the last battle. No, he got a chip in his head. It does not matter. The lambs are probably on their way to destroying the gate, but not this time. I'd like to see your intrinsic powers. If you aren't the trash we think you are. Nah, fuck you, dude. You need my help still, and you gonna call me trash? Dude, I'm gonna jump up into that orb and pull out all your power cords. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You need me, not you. I don't need you. Oh, they disappeared. Nah, dude. Yang, launch the ship. Get to him. This time, I'll go myself, and I'll bring him down. Commander, you can't go out there like that. Kelvana, Commander, request permission to handle the situation. Oh, we got the bounty hunter girls. You all. We'll do our best to meet your expectations. So we got like the four bosses. If we went back to the original Final Fantasy and they had the four um, elemental orb holders, that's what this is seeming like. Commander, please, you must get medical attention. Yeah. Look out for your commander. To make our deal a reality. Well then, we're off. I still need to save. And at the time, I need to get some food. But we did beat the boss. All right. We gonna heal and save. What's our? All right. No. Everyone's good. So we're gonna save. Because I am very hungry right now. And that's never a good thing. So it's the story should have changed from Gate 1 Margie. Hold on, I just want to see what it's called now. It is now called Gate 2 Babel. So we got to go to the Babel Tower. Anyway, we have saved. What we're going to do now is we're going to raid on out. Again, I want to thank everyone for being here. Chilling, chatting, lurking. Much appreciated. Again, to the folks over on YouTube, checking out the VOD. If you enjoy what you saw, would appreciate a like, comment, and most of all, subscribe. Let's see who is on right now. Who can we share some love with? Hmm. Hmm. What is? Hold on. Let me check this one here. Oh, she's been on for 3 hours. She looks like she's still going, but she's been on 3 hours. Um, check the homie here. Two and a half hours, almost 3 hours. Holy cow. What's she doing? 40 minutes. I think I've done found who we're gonna raid to. Oh, hold on. Her message. All right. So, mouse. Thank you. I had to make sure my mouse was working. What we're gonna do is gonna raid the belated birthday girl lady. Did I get it right? There we go. We're gonna raid Miss Lady. Again, thank you to everyone for hanging out, chilling, chatting, lurking. Much appreciated. I shall be back tomorrow to shield the Twitter. Xenogears won again for this week. Um, if you want to vote for something else, head on over to my Twitter, cast your vote. I will see y'all next stream. Until then, y'all be good, be safe, stay warm or cool, depending on where you're at. Most of all, stay awesome, and I will see you then. Peace out.